like tacos, and then we need to do probably an ice cream truck, hamburgers, hot dogs.
What about churros?
Ooh, and churros.
20 years ago, I started this business out of my garage. Well, it's grown immensely, and it's time to celebrate that anniversary. I think I'd like to do something, you know, maybe a little appreciation, kind of a celebration party, car show kind of a thing.
Can we make sure that we have clowns that do balloons?
Kevin, I think you're clown enough for anybody.
Well, I don't know how to do balloons.
Oh.
Let's see if we can get a permit. Let's see if we can shut down the road. Let's get some security. With a milestone this big for us, I think it's important that we reflect on how we got here. Oh, geez, man, this is such a tough one. But, you know, at the very beginning, really, I was just doing parts and pieces, not really building complete vehicles, but wanted to. And something I found is if I had complete control of all aspects, quality control, design, and logistics, that the job wouldn't, A, get stolen from me from another company, which happened in the beginning, and that was devastating. And more importantly, the quality of the vehicle would be a lot better.
Known him a long time. 24, 25 years, long before he was in business. You know, we met through charity, and then from then on it was a social deal, but then right off the bat we started doing work together. And then the first big project I remember was the bug that we did. But boy, times have changed. I seen that bug about 4 years ago, and I shake my head.
20 years ago, I was working in Dave's garage, kind of part-time, and then he got me to work late one day. My truck was in the shop, and I got fired from HPC. And then I came to work, in fact, right in this suite. There used to be nothing in this suite. It was nothing. I remember we had a torch, a couple toolboxes, and we worked out of this bay for a while, and it was pretty slow.
Me and Will and Kevin and Dave, we're the originals. We were doing a little here's and there's, but we did have full builds as well. Some of the ones that put us on the map.
It's really kind of amazing to me where we started to where we're at now. I say amazing, but we have worked really hard for it.
I remember putting airbags on Dave's station wagon, and I caught it on fire.
Started my car on fire and I fired him, but we still was friends. I mean, I know he didn't do it on purpose, no.
I was hired back. They were finally like, we need you to come back full time, and I was like, I was all about it.
Backwards hat and skinny sunglasses. Like, when did you switch into, like, you know, a better look for yourself?
What do you mean better look for myself? That was the style.
Skinny sunglasses on a dude with a hat, no good.
I just think I kind of evolved the same as the shop.
I never accepted the fact that I could fail, so technically speaking, I would always hope that I would be here 20 years later.
To think back to those days and think now, I mean, I would have never thought we would have been here. It's pretty much like a Cinderella story.
To commemorate our 20 years anniversary being in business, we're going to have a party at the shop. But before we get to that party, we got a brand new project coming in.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy teardown. It's not a whole complete build. It's not a complete running vehicle, so everything was sort of loose.
Yeah, this is one of the better teardowns. It's already halfway apart.
A truck that we're very familiar with, a 1948 GMC, and a brand new client, Wade Mitchell, has picked it up and wants us to finish it. Yeah, I'm super, super excited for it. While the guys disassemble the truck and send it out to get all of the oxidation removed from the body so we have fresh white metal, I'm going to breathe some new life into the rendering of what this truck is now going to become. We're going to start out by stretching the cab, a much improved stance, a brand new chassis, and a completely different motor. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Now I need to build this missing piece right here.
The new owner of the truck is a very large guy, so we have to make some extra room in the cab, and that's going to require us to cut it in half and add 4 inches.
It's kind of intricate.
The tough part is going to be putting it back together.
It has a little detail right here, the very bottom corner where it swoops down and turns back in. So I'm going to have to make that on the pole max. I made this little pattern that matches. That'll help me build the die.
This is what I've come up with for the die.
I got my basic shape. I'm going to insert this rod into the die and create this line that goes down. There it is. We'll go hold it up and see how good it looks. That's pretty dang close. Weld this all in and then it's time for the roof. That's working out.
The client is on his way in to check out the progress, and I can't wait for him to see what we have in store for him. Whoa, hey Chris, but before he arrives, we got to make sure we're on the same page. Why'd you cut this one in half? This isn't the one that's getting stretched, it's the other one.
Don't say that.
I'm messing with you.
That's not even funny.
So what did you do, 4 inches?
4 inches.
Okay, perfect. The 4-inch stretch is coming along nicely. I just hope we can have it wrapped up before Wade gets down here.
Get this done so we can get on to the rest of it, huh? What'd you think? Another day? 3 days?
Another day.
Yeah, you think?
Better say 3 days.
Yeah, we'll say 3
I don't want you
days.
back here another day asking why it ain't done. Under promise and over deliver.
That's right.
Right?
That is right.
So 4 days.
Wait a minute.
That's what we said, 4 days.
No, we said 3. Hey, I'm pretty good at math.
No, it was 4.
Okay, fine.
Chris is our king of under promise and over delivery. The metal work on this truck is over and beyond what anybody expected, and I hope the client catches what we've done. Well, come on back, Wade.
My name is Wade Mitchell, and I brought a 48 GMC pickup truck to Dave. Wanted to have it built kind of in honor of my dad, who passed away 9 years ago.
And we've already taken the liberties of adding the 4 inches in the stretch.
Okay. Am I going to actually fit in it then?
I think you're going to fit just fine, because I actually fit in it, and what are you, 2 inches taller than me?
Oh, at least 2, maybe 3.
Stretching this truck cab is really a big job, but it only scratches the surface of the entire build. Basically, what we're doing is we're going to keep that GMC grill, and we're going to use the Chevrolet grill bars and insert those in there so it has a little bit prettier face, because normally these big, bulky, what I call a mustache grill for the GMCs, they're not as pretty as the Chevys, but we can make it pretty by using the two mixed together.
Right. I want a truck that looks really cool, but has all of the flair and fun of what my dad had in this antique truck, but yet something we can take to the shows and be a really nice truck.
You want to keep the suicide doors then?
I think so. I think it adds to it.
I think it's going to be cool too. The 59 dash looks killer in here.
Okay, so what about the bed?
Yeah, so what we're going to do on the bed is we're building a new one basically from scratch. So the inside, we've built all of this structure. We've rolled out new bed sides that actually have more of the shape of the truck.
You know, I love where we're going with it and what's been done so far, but I got to be honest, I really want to take it one step further. I mean, what can we do to make it so we can beat the fleet side?
When we originally built the Phantom Fleet side, I was convinced that it was unbeatable. And with that being said, I'm not going to shy away from the challenge.
What are we going to do to make this beat it?
Wow. There's so many different ways that we could get a little bit more wow factor.
Okay.
Why don't we run upstairs and we'll get the pencil and we'll kind of go over some ideas. I have to say, it has been quite some time since I had to go back to the drawing board, so to speak. But I see where Wade's going with this, and I see what he wants, so challenge accepted. The wheels, I think maybe go something a little bigger and a little bit more open style. Instead of doing the grill bars where they're at, I'm thinking about maybe making them real and real dramatic.
Let's not just do another pickup truck. Let's make one that nobody else has had and takes it that step further so that everybody looks at it and goes, wow, the fleet side was really cool, but this truck's even better.
The inside of the bed, let's do something that's a little bit eccentric. So now the ideas are coming forward.
I'm totally excited about the truck, and I can't wait to see how it turns out.
I think this is going to be fantastic.
This takes it to the level I want to take it, and like I said, beat the fleet side. Make it better.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks, bud.
Wade just gave us the biggest task we've ever faced, and that is trying to beat a previous build, the Phantom Fleet Side. Perfect.
I know.
It's awesome. The cab is stretched, the bed is built, and now it's time for Will to make some magic on this big back window.
This thing's all cut loose and I just gotta get it out. You'll see the difference here.
Instead of 3 panes of windows in the back, we're going to make 1.
Kind of like knocking out a wall in your house and all of a sudden you got this wonderful open fishbowl. The task to put it all back together commences. Chase this line down, trim this back, shape this little bit so they mate together. The whole intention here is to make this truck unique. There won't be another one like it. It's gonna be rad. A lot of times it's just a little back and forth, a little shrink, a little stretch, get it just right. Some of the more premium trucks back in the day had the option to have a big back window. $14 it might have cost back then to click the box on the option page, but it might cost a little more for this one.
It may be just a little too early to celebrate Wade's truck at this point, but it's never too late to celebrate our 20 years anniversary. Inside, we're going to have not only the stuff in the showroom, but it's showcasing a lot of cars that we've built over the last 20 years. Some new, some older, and some that haven't been finished yet. Outside, not only do we have a car show, but we got some live bands and some great food trucks.
Road closed, bitch.
Hey, it's road's closed. I feel like I'm getting skinny already this morning. I need some churro in my life.
The street's blocked off. People are showing up. We're just trying to get everybody in and get parked. We kind of have limited space. We get everybody in and start having a good time.
And we're not doing a ton of different classes, but each department of the shop is going to give out a special award, something that they've picked themselves. And if anybody gets out of line, which I doubt will happen, we've also thought of that too. This is going to be one bitchin' celebration.
What's up, man? Good morning.
Fun.
Surprise.
Here at Kindig Design, we're celebrating 20 years in business by having a car show. I want to extend a very warm welcome to everybody that's out here. We're so excited that we've been able to actually pull this stuff off for 20 years. So thank you all for coming out and supporting us. This is more than just a party. There's going to be awards. There's going to be a ladies' choice. The body shop's got an award. There's a Kev Dog award. And my personal favorite, the One Bitchin' Ride award. With so many great cars here, picking the winner is going to be a little difficult.
We got a great group of cars here. A lot of work has gone into some of these builds, as you can tell. We've kind of been tasked with going out and picking one that has the best paint job award. If it's a metallic or a pearl, let's look for striping, modeling, splotchiness, anything like that. Let's make sure that everything's oriented very well. Solids, I want to check for coverage and make sure everything looks good. I'm going to clarify right now in here that we are judging the paint job, not the type of car. Do not be super selective just to your favorite make and model. Like you VW guys. I've only heard you say 3 VWs are the only bright ones here.
Well, that's the only ones I've looked at so far.
Exactly. And blue. For some reason, you're stuck on blue. Yeah. So you're not allowed to look at blue cars. That being said, let's go look at some Mustangs. So like this Boss Mustang. Paint looks good.
Yeah.
Texture is very minimal. I like the stripes here. They brought it down into the fender, even though it is a decal. Not bad for a bug. Yeah, they went to a lot of work on that one.
For sure. Oh, it's even got the turn signal thing.
Yeah, that one looks really good.
Even though it's blue, it looks pretty nice too.
Yeah, that's a pearl. Panels look good side to side. Yeah. Did you paint this one?
No.
You didn't do this personally?
I would have taken credit for it.
Yeah. Are there really only blue cars and VWs in this entire show? I think it's time to switch it up a little.
It's just beautiful.
This car right here is a double whammy. It's blue and it's a VW. But a good paint job is a good paint job. You paint this?
Line number 48. But I know how to do it now.
What color is it?
It's clear water, light blue from a 2012 Toyota Camry.
So far, we've looked at the two things I said not to look at the beginning of this. But we really are seeing a lot of cool paint jobs.
Admit it, you guys like the Volkswagen, right?
I like the paint job.
There's a lot of Volkswagens.
We did check out a few cars that weren't blue and they weren't VWs.
Oh, you mean the Mustang?
Oh, I didn't even notice it was a Mustang. I didn't even notice it was a Mustang.
Imagine that.
I'm just saying. I saw the paint. It's a metallic pearl. I like it. So this is a pretty cool paint job on this Shelby Cobra here. This is zero paint. This is polished aluminum. This is a really cool car, but the definition of a paint job is not going to be able to happen with this paint job.
It's pretty sweet.
That would take so much elbow grease.
Oh, can you imagine?
There is a lot of good choices for the best paint job here at the show, so we've got a lot of good choices to go off of. What are we saying? What are we saying?
Go VW.
Go team!
I'm giving away the Cab Dog Award. Before I find the perfect build, I have a job that's just as important. I need to go to the churro truck. Fortunately, I don't have to go about these churros alone. I've got my buddy Brett with me, and you know that we like snacks. What kind of churro are you going to get, Kevin? I don't even know what they have yet. These are artisan churros. Oh, artsy-fartsy churros? Dude, they're filled. What's dulce leche?
So dulce leche is a Mexican soft caramel.
Soft caramel.
I'm not going to worry about vegan churros. That's definitely not something that's going to be for me.
Is there meat in churros?
Do they have meat in churros? They call those corn dogs. Huh?
We can actually do it. We can do a chancho style where we put bacon on the churros.
Bacon?
Yeah. It's pretty popular.
Oh my goodness. You have really complicated churros.
To find the best churro, we were left with one choice. Buy them all and add the bacon, of course. Everything's better with bacon.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Any day that you're having a churro is a good day, right? Oh, the raspberry ones are where it's at. Let me feed you.
What one is this one? This one's
Mine got bacon on
Well,
it.
you get, what kind of car are you thinking you want to pick?
I don't know. I just want to pick the best one. The Cab Dog pick's going to be pretty much like best of show.
This has got a lot of stuff wedged in the little engine.
You think it's fast? Wow, look at that, dude. You can tip it any way you want. Everybody knows I'm a truck guy, but for the Cab Dog Award, I'm just looking for something that is kind of mean. Just kind of you can get in and just rip down the road, no worries about it. That's cool. I like flamingos. I might try to steal a flamingo and take it to my house. I just don't necessarily think they belong in a Woody. What year is this?
It's a 51.
51?
It's the only one in the state. There's only 40 in the National Registry worldwide.
Wow.
On a serious note, how do you feel being this close to the band? Are you going to jam out and dance today?
Well, heck yeah. You know, at my age, I got to get all I can get in.
Right. This guy is crazy excited to show off his car. And, you know, that's the reason that we put this show on. I really like this guy's attitude. It's awesome. Right in this area.
This guy's got his car right on his shirt. That's what I'm talking about.
I like it. If you forget which car is yours, you can always look down on your shirt and get back to where you're supposed to go. So you want to do old stuff?
Definitely not this turd.
Hey, bro, easy. Hey, don't be dissing my ride. I didn't even have time to clean that. I don't think you can pick your own, though.
You can't?
I mean, I guess I could do whatever I want.
It is your pick. You think this thing pops wheelies, though?
I would hope so. We're not going to be popping wheelies right now. We're trying to decide who to give the Cab Dog Award to at the 20th anniversary party car show awesomeness.
It's a perfect patina.
It's a Fairlane.
I would be why it has a 429 in it.
This one's got all the bells and whistles. It's its only one window. I like when the vans are this low. Can never get Dave to lower him this low.
You know why?
He's scared.
Because Dave's got grown-up hair now.
Is that true?
Yeah. As soon as he stopped doing this and this, all of a sudden he doesn't want everything too low. I like Dave better than Dave.
Off the record, this might be a hard pick.
We can't put that on the record, though?
I mean, I guess we can.
While Kevin and Brett try and figure their things out, Greg's got something special cooking in our magic microwave.
I wanted to make something so when people are taking a little tour of the shop, they have something to look at. So what I did was, basically just built a little trophy. I think I'm going to get all the employees that are here to sign it, and then we're going to raffle it off.
Greg designed this up real quick the other day. We're going to go ahead and raffle this away.
Can we just do like an auction?
I guess. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Let's auction.
Let's auction it off. Let's start the bidding off at $50. We got $100, $200, $500, 650 right here. Hey, I got 850. I got 850. I got 850. 900. $1,000. That's amazing.
These guys are riding together and they're bidding against each other.
I got 1,200 right here. That's what I'm talking about. So we're at 1,200. 1,200 going once. 1,200 going twice. Sold for $1,200. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
All of the proceeds that we've raised today are going to one of our very favorite charities. We want to give something back to the community that has given us so much.
So you've been passing out prizes to everybody. Axon Nobel wanted to get you something to celebrate 20 years.
Oh.
So we worked with Reverend Guitars and had something special made for you.
Wow.
This is painted with Axon Nobel's modern classic, underslated and manic.
Wow. I'm going to have to take guitar lessons now.
Now for the most important award of the day, Best Interior. We have to pick a Best Interior, okay? There's some nice cars here, and there's definitely going to be some nice interiors. So far, what do you think? Clean. Looks like they've took some stock patterns. It's definitely not stock though, because you guys can see right now that the top stitching, that doesn't happen in this year. It's going to be embossed like these panels. Now this one. Love the color combination, love the design, and I love the shape of the seats.
A lot of red, that's for sure.
These are newer style Camaro seats that cut up. To me, this is badass. Stitching's great.
Nice headliner.
Headliner's clean.
Headliner's badass.
It went down and covered the cell panels, which besides this vehicle and what we do, I don't think anybody does that. Look at the armrest. Sun visor's recessed in. So, yeah, it's nice. You can learn a lot from it. For the award, we're looking for obviously design, craftsmanship, colors. You know, there's a lot that goes into these interiors, so I like to look at it and say, okay, is this something our shop could do? Whole car is beautiful. Let's go over to this one right here, guys. Well, it's cool. Yeah. Now we're here for the interior, but yeah, a little touch of green in there, huh?
This is like a Michelangelo Ninja Turtle.
Ninja Turtles? Do you still watch the Ninja Turtles?
Occasionally.
I believe it. Kind of a retro custom look. Convertible. Finished. A lot of convertibles at our shop aren't finished.
I wonder why.
We gotta keep moving. There's a lot of cars to see. Now this truck right here, piece of junk.
Don't be hating on my truck just because you need a stepladder to get in it.
That thing's ugly.
This one here, I like the design on the inside. The seams are pretty straight, really straight actually. It's got great color that goes with the red. I liked it. They pulled a mild two-tone into it. Great color combination. Looks really, really rich.
Yeah, timeless.
Yep. It is timeless. Got a handful more to look at, and then we got to pick one. I don't know what you guys think, but you have a good idea? What's your idea, Mace?
I think it's this one right here.
This is your pick? I like it. You know what the problem is for you? I'm the one picking this, okay?
Could you sign the form?
Of course, of course.
Can you imagine 20 years ago thinking that we'd be right here right now?
No. I thought we'd be broke in a cardboard box.
Yeah, it's so funny. I remember standing at that door. It was the only suite we had. And I remember looking out both ways down the building and going, man, wouldn't that be cool if we had this whole building one day and it was filled with hot rods and build all the aspects and all that stuff. And I was like, that's the craziest thing I think I've ever thought of. You know, in the early days, we were always trying to come up with some way of marketing. And so, you know, Burt Reynolds really had a key pose that he would do. And we always had this kind of sharper, energetic person taking the liberties of laying out in front of vehicles. And I think we have enough now for, what, a 48-month calendar, probably?
My personal opinion, I don't think ever laying down in front of a car like this was ever cool.
I think Dave's had 3 hairstyles in the last 20 years.
Hairstyles or hair colors? Maybe 20 different colors. Last one being gray.
Dave's hair? To me, he's always looked like a silly leprechaun.
The blonde Q-tip looking one that I'm sure everybody's going to make fun of me of, but I don't give a because back then it was cool. You ever heard of Eminem? With the real name Kindig, please stand up.
Do you have anything to say to Kindig for their 20th anniversary?
Yes. Happy 20th. I'm glad you're around. You're an inspiration for everybody here.
Happy 20th, Dave. Happy 20 years.
20 awesome years. Here's to 20 more.
Amazing cars, amazing shop. You build a great empire.
It's awesome to see him go from one little spot and now to this 27,000 square foot building. The crew, the team, the years, the builds, the customers.
Dave, just wanted to say congratulations on 20 years in business. That's an amazing feat. You have the most talented guys in the industry working for you.
Congratulations on your 20th anniversary.
Congratulations on your 20th.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
The talent is unbelievable.
Keep it going, brother.
Happy anniversary, Kindig, the whole family. You guys really set the automotive standard here in Utah, and a lot of us to aspire to, so congratulations.
I'm really happy that this turned out so great.
Every car gets better than the last.
I'm really proud of you guys, and happy that you followed your dream and didn't deny it, and just kept with it.
Congratulations on 20 years, guys. Hope you can do 20 more, or at least let Bailey run the place for 20 more. Oh, sorry. You get to run it.
I look forward to another 20 years and hope we can build another car together.
Good luck to the next 20.
Now, by chance, are you guys hiring at all?
Red, that's nice. I feel so fortunate to have made it 20 years with all the great family, friends, employees, clients, everybody that's been there to make this happen. I couldn't tell them thanks enough. Can you believe? I mean, look at this. Look around.
I know, right?
It's just crazy how many people came out to this. And I'm really excited that Charity and I get to walk around, check out the car show, and pick the car that we're going to give the One Bitchin' Right Award to. Look how nice that paint looks.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I love that body style.
Yeah, it'd be fun to drive around.
Certainly would.
Nice, reliable engine.
I've always been a big fan of 37s. I love the teardrop headlights.
Mm-hmm.
Love the grille. Now, this is really, really well done. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty. Get in it, drive it from one coast to the other.
Yeah.
Little room in the back for some luggage.
Yeah.
I like the black wheels, too.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very deluxe or understated.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of really nice cars here. This one's right up there.
Yeah.
Okay, the time has come to pick our winner and present the trophies.
On to awards. Okay, so this is Best Mods, and it was picked by the metal department.
Gary Dukes, 32 Roadster.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much for coming.
Best paint, Kalani Matt with his Mystic Blue Bug.
Best fit and finish,
56 Bel Air for Larry Plumbaugh.
So the next award we have is Ladies' Choice, and I'll go ahead and accept my award right now.
Kevin, we only get one thing, and this is it. Don't ruin it.
It was for a car. It was for a car.
My bad.
The one that we chose is a 59 VW Bug by the Lundevals.
Woo! Surprise! Kev Dogs Award. I picked the 70 Chevelle of Alan Miller. If I could get a ride later, that would be great.
This is the Terrier Award. Shane Estes 69 Camaro.
Woo! Thank you so much.
Well done, buddy.
I'm gonna turn this one over for Dave because this is his like the best to show kind of deal.
For me, I have to kind of jump in and look at the whole thing. I love the body work. The paint work is awesome. The interior is done beautifully. The whole package fits. This One Bitch and Ride Award is going to go to Alan Ellis with his 37 Ford sedan. That's One Bitch and Ride. If you think this first 20 years was cool, the next 20 is going to be really bitchy. I want to thank everybody so much for all of their input and support. We couldn't have done it without you guys. And you guys have given me something to think about regarding the future. Where do you think we'll be in another 20 years, bud?
Well, I hope I'm on a beach with a Mai Tai, relaxing. You will probably be working and going crazy. But what do you think?
I mean, if I had thought about 20 years before this, honestly, I don't know if I could have even predicted this.
Oh, I know.
So,
It's been such a crazy ride.
no.
Good.
We did it. We did it. It's been a very fun and eventful 20 years, but you know what? It's time to get back to this 48 GMC because no matter how hard we try, it'll never build itself. That's working out. We've stretched the cab, sculpted a brand new bed, and made a 3-piece window into a 1-piece big back window.
Kind of like knocking out a wall in your house, and all of a sudden you got this wonderful open fishbowl.
And now Pete's got his work cut out for him, making the centerpiece for the crown jewel engine bay.
I'm starting to work on this fake oil bath air filter that we got going on top of this motor. And these were originally flat pieces of sheet metal, and then with shrinking and shaping and running them through the pole max, I've turned it into a donut pretty much, and then flanged the inside, running this bead on the edge here so that when I put the two pieces together, you have a connecting section there. So it's going to look like an old school oil bath air filter, but it's going to be modern technology with all that in there. I'm just going to tack it and weld it together. So in the drawing here, Dave has these little accent lines, like ribs, going down the side of this. I'm going to just take small pieces of bar and just tack them on and shape them from there. Pretty much I got these pieces all cut and ready to go. Now I just got to measure out everything on the actual piece and lay them out and start tacking on. Done.
Oh, this is awesome. It was kind of trippy. I was really looking for something that looked like an old school oil bath, and I had no idea where you'd even find something like that, and it wasn't exactly the correct size. This is perfect. That looks like the planetarium.
It looks like a spaceship, UFO.
It has a real cool 50s, 40s look to it. I think that's going to be awesome.
And it has every bit of filtration that we need. It's large inside there. It has a good bit of air passage, up underneath, basically.
Right. You got a massive air cleaner here, too.
Yeah, sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, keep her going. It looks good. That was pretty much the last modification to the engine bay. Now it's time to shift gears and go after that stainless exhaust.
I got the crossover finished welded, the muffler's in place and locked down. Unlike most cars, I kind of have oodles of room under here because I just have to stay above the running boards. I think I'll finish off this back section, then we'll head over the axle, and then it'll be a little bit of a tight jog to come out and go through the fender there.
Jordan has it all fitting perfectly, which can only mean one thing. Time for the tips.
I don't know how far you want this in,
Can we level that out with the front one? I don't want the front one up higher and then the back one lower. About 1 inch out further than where you have it drawn. The height looks fine. Let's go with that.
Now that Jordan knows where to put the hole, all he has to do is drill it. He's going to run the pipe through the fender and then create a surrounding bumperette.
So for the bumpers to go around the exhaust, I'm going to make the surround, and I'm going to make a male form that I can hammer that around on the lathe here. That's pretty close. Got the template created for the cone, so just going to transfer it to steel, cut it out, and then start wrapping it around that.
Cones are cut, but they need to be rounded. The cones are now finished, and they need to be shaped without breaking them.
Anybody want to take bets on whether it splits or whether it forms? I have no idea if it's going to work. Nothing to lose, right?
We're building a 1948 GMC pickup. Jordan has made a full custom exhaust and now is making a custom surround for it.
I have no idea if it's going to work. The other question will be whether I can get this off if it does form afterward. So this is the press. This is what's going to apply the force to squish it.
The cone didn't split, but Jordan didn't bet anyone, so he really doesn't win anything, except he accomplished a great task. Go, Jordan.
Got it. It's a little messy, but I think it looks pretty good. Since it's on a contour, a good portion of this is going to get cut away. It's longer than it needs to be. It's really hard to tell if this is totally flat to the back of the truck and vertical, you know. Make sure it doesn't have to be that number or this number. And then once that's exactly where I want it, well, I got to get this peak in the center line of the pipe and then make sure it's level with the rest of the truck. Done.
Exhaust tips are really cool, but you know what's even cooler? The cutouts.
Time to do the cutouts. We got the low profile ones like we usually use. I'll go right ahead of the crossover here. It's almost in line, which is what a cutout is supposed to do.
Get a good sound.
Yeah, good sound and more performance oriented that way. Or something like that.
Oh, we got lots of room right there.
Yeah, we do. And it's the only thing we have to stay above is the floorboards, which honestly we have a lot of room. Trim this up so it's a nice tight fit to that. Tape it up, weld them on, then I'll cut out the inside there. Be done so.
Oh, so you have these knocked out by lunch?
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Then no.
I like that.
I'm going to take all day. The outline. Ready to weld.
With the tack welds in place, he's going to go back to the bench and finish this up.
Probably get away with leaving it like that, but we'll sand it and clean it up and make it look nice. Now bolt it all back together and say done so. We gotta wait for final assembly before we get the
have them wired up and hear how they sound. Well, they always sound cool.
Well, they look cool. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
They look cool, they sound cool, but you want to know what I think is the coolest part? They're done. We're like this close to being ready for bodywork, then we just got to straighten up some lines, a couple here's and there's, and we're done, right?
Yeah. Wow, it looks great.
Yeah.
Got a little, well, it's not an issue. Well, I mean, I got some bad news.
What? Of course Dave comes in to rain on our parade. It's like every time.
Unfortunately, Wade called and he needs to go on hold on this for the finish on this truck for probably a couple of years.
Years?
Yeah.
Years?
Yeah.
It's a really cool truck.
I know,
It
I'm telling you.
sucks to put on the rack. Can you just give it to me as a present?
No.
I'm a truck guy. You like bugs. This isn't a bug.
It's round like a bug.
I mean, if Wade can't finish it, can we sell it to somebody?
He did say if I had somebody that might be interested in it, to sell it, which means it's on the chopping block. Hey, Doug, you remember that 48 GMC that we did? Hey, Brennan, I want to talk to you about that 48 GMC that we've got down here.
I know you got a lot of connections in the truck world.
I do.
Put the feelers out, maybe, if you're not interested.
Yeah, I guess a wedding for your only daughter would probably be a little more important. Probably take a little bit more than that to buy it.
I don't know if I got room for another truck, man. She's gonna divorce me.
You maybe just need more trucks and less wives.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I've got a few people that are interested, but nobody's jumped up and made an offer yet. I really don't think Kevin's having very much luck either. What is up, dog?
What's up, dude?
Not much. You having any luck?
I haven't had any strong bites yet. A lot of interest.
If I knew somebody that was in the market for one of those trucks and I was a bajillionaire, I'd buy that truck and give it to him for Christmas. I might even do something I shouldn't do, and that would be buy it for myself and give it to me for myself for Christmas.
I put together a GoFundMe for myself, but that's not working out, so.
What are you up to?
$64. I'm gonna have to give the money back.
Yeah.
You should call Rick Cox.
You know what? He's got his buddy Dick, and he's got his buddy Dave.
Oh, Dave.
I was just down at Barrett with him, and he was buying up a couple cars.
He's upset because we haven't done a car for him too, so this might be a perfect deal.
You know, it seems like the hot rod gods are looking down on us today. Hey, Dave, I know that I sent you that little email with the pictures on that 48 GMC, and Kevin and I were like going, what better guy would be the new owner of that truck than Dave Jones? So, what do you think? Are you in?